Good morning. It's October 3rd, Friday, October 3rd, and this morning's going decent so far. I did start a new medication last night and I feel a whole lot better, so that's pretty exciting. It's nice to not feel so lousy. And I thought I'd get some knitting time in, but I forgot I had a paper due on Sunday, and this weekend's a really busy weekend. So I'm gonna go to work early and work downstairs in the cafeteria on my paper. But I was gonna show you what I have in my bag today. So I have an apple. Oh, also, let me show you this. We got these appreciation lunch boxes. It's a pretty good size. We got those for Nephrology Nursing Week. And so I'm using that today. It's the first time I've used it. Okay, so I have my apple, protein bar, chewy granola. This is like an extra in case you get really hungry, or in case I get really hungry before lunch. Then I got an unwrapped burrito bowl, which is delicious, and some chicken Alfredo, some nice comfort food for dinner. I'm also gonna grab a banana, and I'm not feeling very hungry this morning, which is unusual. So I'm not sure what I'm going to scrounge for breakfast, but if I don't eat and I go until 1 o'clock, I will probably pass out. So we can't do that. I also have my homework for my paper and my computer for my paper. I do have my sweater in this bag. I don't know if I'll have time to knit it, but I have an easy to eat, like quick, easy lunch. So I should be able to get some knitting time at lunch and maybe give myself a goal for my paper. Sorry, Weston's or Levi's behind me. Or a goal for my paper where I can like knit the rest of my downtime. So we'll see. We'll see what I get done. I made my sister a boo basket and mailed it to her about a week ago. And Levi wanted to know what a boo basket was, and I let him know that it's basically a basket with a bunch of Halloween type things. And so he asked for one, and this is him opening it. I'm working on my paper here. It's due tonight, and the feedback I got from the tutoring people was a lot. I basically needed to rewrite sections, so here goes nothing. The painting we chose was Starry Night by Van Gogh, and it had like a Halloween theme to it, and it was really cool how ours were so different. Hi guys, it's Sunday, October 5th, and it's been a pretty busy weekend. Yesterday I went to the Vermont Sheep and Wool Festival in Tonbridge, Vermont, and I had a lot of fun. I went by myself, and I was a little nervous about that, but it went really well. It was a very different vibe from Rhinebeck. Rhinebeck is huge, and there's a lot of fun with it, but compared to Vermont Sheep and Wool, it seemed a little more competitive. Like people seem to be kind of racing to get the exclusives, or it just seems a little more, I guess, competitive. I want to say cutthroat, but that's not what I mean at all. Whereas at the Vermont Sheep and Wool, like everyone was very calm and very chill and like super friendly. Like everyone was so friendly. So that was really nice, and I got to see some sheep herding demonstrations, some spinning demonstrations. There was one that had like this giant wheel that was probably as tall as him. I've never seen that before. That was really cool. And then of course there was some animals, and there was a chopstick knitting contest, which if you've been here for a little bit, I've always filmed it when I go to Rhinebeck, and I've always wanted to be in it, but I never sign up in time. And so they had one here, and I was hoping that there was no sign up required because I couldn't figure out how to sign up online. And I went, and there was no sign up required, and it was really exciting, and I won. And so that was really cool. And I can show you the prize. The prize was pretty big. So I got 3 skeins of this really rustic, beautiful wool, and it doesn't have a tag, so I don't know where it came from or who spun it, but the lady did say that it was from a sheep breed that was one of the original breeds that was brought to America. And of course I was so excited about doing the contest that I really wasn't listening, but very cool. Not sure what I'm going to do with them. So first place was 3 of these, second place was 2 of these, and third place was 1 of these. And I technically got second place, but the first place winner deferred her prize, so that bumped me up to first place, but still I was happy at second. So there's that. Yeah, I might as well show you my haul and then talk about my day. So I also got this bag. It's made out of a grain sack, and my mother-in-law used to make them for me, and they're all gone now, and she doesn't do it anymore. So I thought that was cool. It's got this nice barn. It's a heavy-duty bag. And then I got this backpack. It's a cinch backpack, so drawstrings pull, and then you can put it on your back. And it's the merchandise for the Vermont Sheep and Wool Festival. So I'm pretty excited about using that. It's pretty cute. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was. And of course, a sticker. And a Vermont Sheep and Wool shirt. I thought this was a short sleeve. I was in such a rush, but it's long sleeve. And I was a little disappointed at that, but I guess in the long run, it really doesn't matter. Okay, and I got this cute little notions pouch, and in it I'm hiding a charm. So I love Happy Buddha, and this charm is Happy Buddha. I thought that was really cute. It was super tiny, so I was keeping it in this little pouch here, and the little zipper pull on the pouch is a skein of yarn. How cute. I also got an autumn doodle card deck. And I do have some of these motifs, but like I don't have the bats or the bones or the jack-o'-lanterns. I guess most of them I don't have. I have a couple. And then I got this little pack right here, and it has folding scissors in it. Isn't that cute? Why do they put these in things? Like, I don't get it. Like for some things it makes sense, but something like this, it's kind of just weird. Anyways, It'll help my scissors stick out a lot more when they're in a project and they're in this bag. And then I went to Fiber Stash Dye Works. She is my favorite yarn dyer, and she is local to Vermont. And so I've got some skeins of yarn from her. So I got this one. This is a beautiful yarn. It's called Unicorns in Space, and I have had this colorway before, and I made a muscle burrow out of it. I also got this. This is really pretty. This is in DK, which I don't usually use DK, but I might be able to make some socks. I think this would be really fun, DK socks. It's called Campfire. And I got this pink Tweety one. I loved the Tweety yarn that I used by her. I used a peacock blue, which was blue and Tweety, and I made a cardigan out of it. And so I wanted some more Tweety yarn, and pink is my favorite color. This is called Just Hot Pink on their Tweety Toes sock yarn. 85 merino, 15 nylon. Then I got this really, like, I don't know if you call it bright pink, but I call it bright pink. Dark pink, saturated pink. How's that? Very saturated pink with sparkle, and it's called Talk Nerdy to Me. And one of my favorite pairs of socks is made out of this. Why did I go for yarn I have already had? 2 out of 5 skeins. I don't know. They're good colors. And then I got this one, and it's not the same one I made the cardigan out of. It's more of a teal, which it's showing up as blue on here, but this is more of a teal. And I thought it would be really fun. It's called Turquoise. And then I make my husband a hat every year for his birthday, and he likes like real rustic wool. And so I got these 2 skeins at Green Mountain Spinnery. And it is, let's see. So the sheep were grown in Maine, and it was spun at the Green Mountain Spinnery, and I don't remember where that is. Like, I know it's in Vermont, but I don't remember where. So I've got 2 of those, and it's a nice colorway that I think he will enjoy. Yeah, that's my haul. I tried not to spend a whole lot because Rhinebeck's coming up, but I did have some impulsive buys. I knew for sure I was going to buy from Fiber Stash Dye Works. The bummer is I really wanted to go to Woolens and Nosh and couldn't find their booth, and so I didn't get to run into them. And it's yarn that I've really wanted to try for a long time. And usually when I think about it and I go online, there's nothing in her shop. So yeah, bit bummed about that, but I'll just have to keep an eye on her shop more often. All right, let's put this back together, shall we? So about my day. It's Sunday, so that's my like really good house cleaning day. It's my day of catching up on laundry and doing the lizard tank and doing the axolotl tank, and just really making sure the house is nice and clean. I usually look at my calendar for the week and kind of make adjustments that way. We plan a menu plan if we haven't done that yet, and make the grocery list, which we didn't do either of that today because we were super busy. So what else did we do today? Oh, I was working on a paper. So one of my big projects was due today. So I had to work on a paper, and I sent it into the tutor people so they could like review it and see what their critiques were. And the critiques came back, and it was basically like I had to rewrite the whole paper. So that took quite a bit of my day. And then we did school photos here. So my husband's best friend, I don't know if they're best friends, my husband's really close friend from high school does photography as a business, and she used to take the kids' school photos all the time, and for the last few years we haven't done it, and I really don't know why. But she came today and she took photos of Weston, and I think they're going to turn out really great. She has a really great vision for how things are going to look, and we tried a couple different areas on the property, so I'm excited to see how those will turn out. And on that note, she was going to do Wyatt's senior photos, but Wyatt's mother has a side business of photography. It's kind of like a hobby that she's trying to turn into a business, and she took a bunch of photos, and he wants to use those as his senior photos, so that's okay. And then we had dinner. We did it a little early so Chris could go to bed early tonight. And then I did a paint and sip with my sister, and she lives in Pennsylvania, so it's really neat that we were able to still do this. So what we did was we bought the same painting kit from Painting to Go, and Go is spelled like Van Gogh. And we picked this Starry Night that was spooky, so it had like ghosts in it, really cute. And so what we did is we each bought a kit, and then we decided that we would do it tonight. And we went on Zoom, and there's like a video tutorial. So I pulled up the video tutorial on my computer and did screen sharing so we could both see it at the same time. And it was a lot of fun. And now that I've kind of like put all that stuff away and I'm at a point where I can do some knitting. So I'm going to try to work on some of my sweater for Rhinebeck. I did a little bit at the festival yesterday. I want to knit a little bit on my sock because the Haunted Hues Mystery Sock Along, the second clue came out yesterday, but clue 1 of Stephen West came out on Thursday, and I've only done a tiny bit of it. And I accidentally saw one of the spoiler photos and it looks really fun. And so all I want to do is knit on that tonight. So I think what I'll do is I'll force myself to do the first 30 minutes on my sweater, and then I will work on the Stephen West until it's time to go to bed.